Okay, welcome back to the second part of our build a rectangular pool. It turns out that the client has asked for an exposed aggregate concrete to put around the pool. So the reason one would use exposed aggregate concrete is because it is soft but has a little bit of grip to it. So we're going to go into our paint bucket and we're looking for asphalt and concrete. The concrete aggregate smoke is what we're looking for. So we'll put that down on our deck. It doesn't need to be exposed around the outer edge, but it would be exposed right at the top. And to do that, you put your concrete down, let it dry for a time with a certain rock mix in it, and then you expose that aggregate by hitting it with a water hose. It's kind of an art as far as putting concrete in, but it's something a lot of people like. So we're putting the exposed aggregate concrete in there. To get something softer around the pool's edges, we're looking for a tile that would look good to the client. So we're looking for something in the tile area. Here's tile down here. Let's take a look through tile and see what might look good. I'm going to leave it as your choice for what you think would look good as a tile. This to me looks like a natural, the square glass tile looks like a pool tile, and I'm going to throw some of that in mine. You can make that your choice as to what you think looks best as far as that goes. So I'm going to throw that right in here, and between those two, that should look pretty good. Now, if you would like at this point to take something from the 3D warehouse and put it on your pool, I would not recommend a diving board in a 4-foot pool. That's a terrible idea. You need a lot more depth in your water before you start jumping off into a pool. Otherwise, you'll hit your head, and that'll be the end of that. So beautify this any way you wish. You could put some deck chairs out here. We could go into our 3D warehouse, and I'll be looking to see what happens when I type in deck chairs, DECK-CHAIRS. Let's see what we get. It looks like we get, ooh, a nice contemporary deck chair. That looks nice. There's a chase lounge. I don't know what's going on with the length of that. We might need to check that out. I got a really nice, a lot of things to choose from here. I think what I'll do is I'll grab this patio chair, download that, and it says, do you want it in your SketchUp model? I'll do that. And yeah, that'll fit somewhere around here. I might need to work just a little bit to put that where it needs to be, but for right now, I'll put it on the face. As you can tell, this is not a lot of distance to work with, so I'll probably have to widen this just about a foot to make it what it needs to be. I'll have to go back to the client and explain to him, you know, this is what we're going to need to do. Everything's going to cost money. If I move this out about 2 feet, it looks like a pretty comfortable area to actually sit. So I'm going to move that out about 2 feet. I can take this deck chair and I can rotate it. So I'll rotate this just from the top 90 degrees so it gets to where it needs to be, and then I can move that back onto the deck. I'll probably grab from the leg, try to get it on the face. Yeah, there it is. And if you would like, you know, you can take whatever you've got. If you need to make copies of it, it's just the same thing. It's move and control, and I can make as many of my deck chairs as I like here. maybe we'll put, 3 of these out here. It's completely up to you at this point. Okay, there's 3 of those. And what else would I like out there? Well, you could put a barbecue, a tropical plant, something to make this look like a nice place for your client. So I'm going to leave that part up to you. But essentially, once you get this decorated, here's what you're going to do. Okay? So I've got this, once I have this decorated the way I want, what I'm going to do is window everything from, let's go from right to left. Now everything is selected, and what I want to do is right click, and then I want to save this. I'm going to make it a component. So click on Make Component. After you right click, get that drop down menu, Make a Component. And what it's going to ask me is, what do I want to call this? Well, I'm going to call this component Pool. And you don't have to give it a description. Does it always want to face the camera? Yeah, probably not. And what we're going to do is create that. And now what we have is something that's completely locked onto itself. These components cannot be edited unless you double click on them, and they will never stick to the other geometry, which is our property. So the last thing I need to do is figure out where the heck this pool is going to sit on the property. So I'm going to try to take that pool and move it onto my property now. And in the next video, you will see the pool on the property. And just like that. All right, ciao for now.